Past Grandworthy Matron Venecia C. Bessellieu, we are so happy that you were able to join us for this oral history project. So we'd like to know a little bit about you. Would you start off by letting us know why you became an Eastern Star?
I became an Eastern Star because many of my family members were or are currently members of the Eastern Star. In addition, I knew that many, many years ago, African American women were not entitled to join certain organizations. And so the Order of the Eastern Star was a religious-based organization. And what I admire were, most things that I admire about the Eastern Stars were that the fact that they believed in reaching out and helping people in humanitarian aspects in terms of, I know that the Masons, which a lot of my family members are Masons, they worked hand in hand in making sure that the communities, if they were in need, they provided for them.
What year did you join your chapter?
I joined in 1985, May of 1985.
Who were your vouchers and how did they influence you in becoming an Eastern Star?
My vouchers are past matron Rosemary Williams and the late, great past Grandworthy matron Bertha Bragg. They inspired me to join because I was looking for a voucher, and Rosemary Williams, I was doing an internship, and her sister had told me that she had a sister that was a member of the Eastern Star, and so I was able to communicate and connect with her, and she said that she would vouch for me. And then I met Bertha Bragg, and she said that she admired some of the things that I was doing and that she said she wanted to be my voucher as well. And so I think that I'm the last voucher that she ended up vouching for before she passed.
The year that you were worthy matron, what year was that and what were some of your accomplishments?
I was worthy matron in 2002. And some of the things I did was, I know I did 17 outreach projects. One of the main things I did was I established an engineering scholarship. We did Habitat for Humanity, which allowed me to actually help construct a home. I was responsible for the basement. We fed the homeless. We mentored some of the children at an elementary school. And we did Thanksgiving baskets. We also did Angel Tree, just to name a few that I can actually recall.
What were some of your prior accomplishments as an Eastern Star?
Prior accomplishments in terms of my career or just?
So, since we know that you became a worthy matron, we know that you had to be accomplishing much to meet that pinnacle. So what other organizations other than the Eastern Star then do you belong to?
On U Street, I belong to the Herons of Jericho, the Cyrene Crusaders, the Daughters, I'm trying to think of the other one, the Golden Circle. We have another one, the Princess York Rite Court of Honor, which is the newest one, and in order to be a member of that, you had to actually grace the East and all the York Rite houses, being the Ladies of the Circle of Perfection, which I'm a member of as well, the Princes, the Herons of Jericho, the Cyrene Crusaders, and the Eastern Star. Oh, in addition, I forgot to remember this, I'm also a member of Phyllis, Bertha M. Bragg, no, that's not Bertha M. Bragg, Leela M. Pendleton, Phyllis chapter, auxiliary to the Philaxis Society.
And you became Grandworthy Matron in what year and what were some of your goals?
I became Grandworthy Matron. I served in 2015 and 16. Some of my goals were to re-engineer the structure of the Phyllis S. Byrd Youth Fraternity. I introduced STEM, which was science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I put in place an educator to be the directress, and I also added 3 additional directresses, bringing it up to about 5 instead of 2 directresses, which we had in the past. One of my assistant directresses owns her own daycare center. So I wanted to make sure that I had a large spectrum of educators and people that had knowledge of child care to mentor these children. We had an open window to allow women who did not have the affiliation to join. I had a day ball, which I thought was going to be more attractive to the younger generations, which has seemed that that's what people are doing now. Because of our age and because of the way society is, people are more apt to come out during the day than night. I established the Phyllis chapter, which is a research and education chapter, which will allow us to research our history and capture our history. What I envisioned for us to do, hopefully, I would like to see Georgia Anna Thomas Grant Chapter become incorporated. Once you're incorporated, it allows you to receive grants, to receive a lot of additional benefits when you're a 501c3. In terms of the Phyllis S. Bird Youth Fraternity, I would like to see Georgia Anna Thomas Grant Chapter perhaps do like the jurisdiction of Pennsylvania. They have a Prince Hall school, and I would like to see if we would be the second jurisdiction to embrace having a school that could educate our youth. I am the oldest of 4 children. One of my sisters, the sister right under me, has since she's expired. She's deceased. I was born in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach Air Force Base. I am a Navy brat for the most part. I was supposed to be born in Orléans, France, but my dad was in the Navy, and my mom said rather than me be born overseas and she had no one there to be with her, no family members, it would be best if she went back home, and that's why I was born in Myrtle Beach Air Force Base. I did some traveling because my dad was in the Navy, and his last duty station was in the district of the D.C. area, so that's why I ended up here.
Who would you say a prior Grand Matron, who would you name as a prior Grand Matron that influenced you the most?
I would say Margaret E. Anderson. She influenced me the most because she was the Grand Worthy Matron when I was Worthy Matron, and she basically led me on my way and inspired me to run for Grand Worthy Matron. Bertha M. Bragg, who was my voucher, because I know she did some very unique things. I understand that she led 3 houses at the same time, which is why now you can only be in charge of one organization at a time. And I know she did a lot of things on a national level. Some things her and I had in common is we're both members of the Elks, we're both members of the Oddfellow, and I know she was a professional singer. She sang at the Kennedy Center, and I'm a member of the Kennedy Center Association.
Are there any thoughts that you have that you might like to share as in closing remarks?
I'm hoping that the Order of the Eastern Star continues, that we reach out, we embrace, and we keep up with the modern technology in the future. Hopefully, who knows, that maybe in 20 years from now we can have virtual meetings. It's not that you can't rule those things out, but you have to be very broad-minded in our thinking. In addition, I'm hoping that maybe someday we can do something as important as have a house. I know we have properties, and perhaps we can get a house or take one of our properties and convert it over to house veterans or maybe some of our members that are in need. Rather than have to go through the system, we can take care of our own.